Hey everyone, I wanted to share some quick local SEO tips for your GMB, Google My Business, and in the end a small black hat SEO technique, which you might already know of, but if you don't know, well, now you do. So let's start with the first thing I want to say is that the main thought process behind ranking a GMB listing, these things right here, right? These are what we can call GMB listings because these are listings, is you need to think of this as a living entity, right? You need to think about your GMB listing as a living entity. This is very, very important, and people often neglect this. People just put the listing up, quote unquote, put it up, and then just forget about it, right? But the truth is that the more you feed this entity, the more it grows, right? The more food you give it, the higher it will rank in search. Of course, you need to keep in mind that, quote unquote, is not just the food you feed the listing. These listings rank based on a bunch of different factors, one of them being location, right? If you're searching from here. So the location, of course, where you're searching from will impact the ranking where your listing appears. Of course, the reviews, your title, a bunch of things. But I don't want to talk about, this video is not talking about the on-page kind of SEO things for the listing. It's more about talking the thought process behind thinking of it as a living entity. And because, like I was saying, it is a living entity, and the more you feed it, the more it grows, because Google wants you to, as a business and as a business owner, to keep on pumping out information and content for your listing, making Google know that it is alive, it is a living business, it is posting updates, it is working, it is getting new reviews, it is getting new photos, people are interacting with it. And so this food, what we call food, boils down to basically this, right? The main one being reviews, right? Not just because Google gives value to reviews, because of course Google ranks listings based on reviews, but of course not just based on reviews, because as you can see here, for example, this one has 4 reviews and it's ranking above this one that has almost 400. So it's not just about reviews, but it's all these little things, right, that eventually add up. But the other thing about reviews is that from a customer standpoint, most customers will tend to choose the business with more reviews. It only makes sense, right? So reviews are good both for this food, quote unquote food, and as well as user experience to get more clicks. And so ideally, you want to keep feeding your listing with reviews, and if possible, feeding it with local guide reviews, which I'm sure you know what they are. They're these reviews that have, from accounts, they have this little badge which says, which basically says local guide account. Right now I'm not being able to find any. I'm not too sure why. How is this possible? Okay, right here. Okay, this little badge saying it's a local guide, right? And these do carry more weight than a regular quote-unquote review, right? So the idea is that you want to, again, keep feeding your GMB listing with reviews, right? You want to make sure that Google knows that your business is alive. People are going to it, people are reviewing it, people are giving their opinion, and so it is a living thing, a living entity. Then photos and videos. This, again, just like reviews, is good both for Google but for people as well, right? If I'm someone that's looking for a dentist, I do, at least myself, and I'm sure you can relate, I do like to see, for example, the inside of the offices, how they look. Are they clean? Are they not clean? Does it look professional? Are they using stock photos? Because if they are, at least me personally, I really don't like, it really doesn't seem across as a professional business. So I don't think that Google can tell if you're uploading stock photos or not, but so the type of photos you upload, in this case stock photos or not, aren't really for Google, but are for the people that click your business. And you want to make sure that every single person that clicks converts, right? Of course, that's not entirely possible always, but you want to increase your conversion rate, right? People that click your listing and call, and having quality photos, professional photos, non-stock ones does improve that. But we're talking about Google now, not the people. So this isn't a video about conversion optimization, but it kind of is. It kind of is not. But the main goal here is not trying to optimize your listing for conversion. It's trying to optimize it for Google. And so yeah, having a constant stream of photos and videos lets Google know that, again, this is a living entity, right? You as an owner are posting photos every day or every week. You are posting videos every so often, right? So it shows Google that, okay, these guys, this business are doing work every week. They're documenting it. They're posting videos. They're posting photos. Again, boils down to all this right here, making it so it is a living entity that's constantly being fed reviews, photos. Now, posts, same thing, right? If we go here for this one, for example, they're posting with, their last post was in February, right? So their frequency of posting isn't that much. But again, you want to make sure you post every week, every so often, right? Valuable posts to make, of course, your listing relevant for the present. These guys, Ideal Dental, Grand Prayer, are constantly posting, they're constantly documenting, they're adding photos, they're getting reviews, they're posting every day. And Google sees this, right? Google sees the engagement this listing is having. Then of course, Q&A, I'm sure you know about this. You can have questions, people asking questions and you answering them. Of course, if you want to go more black hat, you can create Google accounts and ask the questions for yourself. But if Google sees that your listing is constantly being interacted with, whether it's reviews by users or these are done by you, right? But if Google sees that it is also getting outside interaction, that is reviews, Q&As, so people asking questions, of course, answering the questions, again, it will see that your listing is more relevant than the other ones around you, right? Because if we have two listings, listing 1 and listing 2, if this one is getting all the questions, all the reviews, all the engagement, all the attention, basically, it is being more fed, Google will in turn give a bit more relevance to this one, and relevance turns into higher rankings. Of course, there's a bunch of different factors that come into GMB and local SEO. Just by doing this won't rank you number 1, but it will help you. And of course, the service promos and deals, these is things you can post on your GMB down here, which is basically your services. If you have a new service, make sure to post it. If you have promos, if you have deals, this is also good. So again, make sure you give all this food to your GMB listing. And again, think of it as a living entity, right? Because that's the main goal behind all of this. And yeah, just to finish this off, a small black hat SEO technique, and maybe some of you guys know about this. But yeah, I just searched Dentist Dallas, and what came up were a bunch of listings, but I selected these 4. And why did I select these 4? So what people often do to try and make their GMB listing, their entity, more relevant to the search is add after their business name a slash or whatever, and then their exact match keyword, Dentist of Dallas or Dentist Dallas. This one added a business name and then dental implants. This is not their business name. I guarantee you their business name is just this, Atlantis Dental. This one the same, right? Their business name is probably just this one. And Invisalign is a type of braces you can put, veneers as well, emergency implants. So I can assure you this is not their business. Actually, their business name is just blue, if I'm looking at this correctly. So this isn't their business name. Neither this one, neither this one. This is their business name, and then they try to add a dash and make the listing more location relevant, right? They want to make sure that this listing appears for anyone that searches in Dallas. So people tend to do this, add either their exact match keywords or a relevant keyword or their services or even their location to try and make their listing more location and keyword relevant. This does work, right? This does work. I can show you it does work. I've tested it myself multiple times with several clients, and it does work. However, it is kind of risky because if you're in a niche that's highly competitive, which dentistry kind of is, what some people might do is report your business to Google. Then, of course, you'll have to prove Google that your business name is actually called all of this, which most likely it isn't, because if you're doing this black hat SEO technique, it isn't. And you can risk getting your listing suspended or even banned. So be aware that it does work. If you're doing rank and rent or something similar, you could try it out. I mean, it's less risky, right? Because you're not playing around, in quotes, with a real business, a real client's listing. But yeah, I just wanted to throw this in here. And yeah, that's basically for this video. Hopefully you find it valuable. Again, my goal with this one is to make you think as for your GMB listing, as a living entity, a living thing, which you need to constantly keep on feeding. All right, and that's it. If you do want to hire a SEO professional, I mean, you can go to Vetted. Vetted is the #1 place to hire pre-vetted SEO experts. We have industry-leading people like Bradley Banner, we have Tony Peacock, we have a bunch of them. Full transparency, I do own vetted.com, but it is the best place in the world to outsource your SEO efforts because we vet the people. We don't have like $5 cheap services. If you want that, this is not the place to go. We have high-end, pre-vetted SEO services. If you have any questions, you can even call the experts. You can just click a button and talk with Tony. Ask him, pick his brain about anything about SEO. You can do 15, 30, or 6-minute calls. Again, I'll stop selling you right now. Thank you so much. Let me know if you like this kind of videos, these more short, straight to the point videos with whiteboard explanations, I guess. And yeah, thank you so much, and I'll see you very, very soon. Cheers.